Hello everybody, welcome to PlayStation Fight Nights for the inaugural DNF Duel Tournament here. I'm really excited to bring this game to the eyes that have not seen this game before. And of course, my name is James Chen and I am joined by C4 from across the pond. How are you doing, sir?
I am good. I'm legit happy to be here. Not because I'm commentating with you, the legend, James Chen, but DNF. This could be the resurgence. It could be coming back. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And this is a good way to kick it off. This tournament should be pretty good.
Yeah, and especially because basically Season 2, we're going to be watching basically the tail end of Season 1 here. Season 2 is coming out, new characters are coming out, starting with Spectre, who we've seen a lot of footage for already. There's going to be new game mechanics added as well, so it's an exciting time to be a DNF Duel fan, and also an exciting time to be a fan of all of PlayStation Esports as well. As you can check out their YouTube channel, they've just got this set up here. It's youtube.com/@PlayStation Esports. This is where you'll find all the archives of these PlayStation Fight Nights tournaments, as well as a bunch of other non-fighting game esports as well. But they also have a lot of community videos out there. They also have like how to play fighting game videos out there. So please subscribe and check out the channel for all of the awesome content being brought to you by PlayStation Esports.
How to play? I'm sold. I'm there. As soon as this cast is done, I need to know how to play. But let's see how this tournament is going to go down. It's going to be, you know, the standard affair, right? Format, top 8. So all these people qualified. It's going to be a double elimination. Best of 3 until we get to top 3. And then it's going to be best of 5. So even more games. You got to, you know, weed out all those... you got lucky games, right? So best of 5. Get that consistency in. No one can complain. But James, let them know what they're playing for. That's the thing that everyone wants to know.
There's no luck here. Otherwise, this would be called gambling, right? No, so it's all skill. All skill for the $200 prize right here. You can see right now that they are giving out a total of $500 for each of these PlayStation Fight Nights here. $200 for first place. And I love the fact that, you know, the placements are all pretty equal in prizes here. It's no like giant shift in prize. $200, $150, $150 for first through fourth respectively. And again, it's a decent amount of money sitting here playing for a free to enter tournament here. Again, PlayStation runs a bunch of these Fight Nights events. And so you can, you know, win up to $200 sitting at home, get yourself a nice, you know, takeout meal or something and treat yourself to something nice afterwards. So definitely consider entering in future events.
No reason not to. Like you said, right? It's free to enter and you can get a good Uber Eats at the end of the night. As long as you win like 2 games come forth. Shouldn't be that hard, but obviously all the players are going to be fairly strong. Speaking of the players, let's have a look at them. Here we go with the bracket. Some of these names I don't know. I'm going to blame my location ignorance, but some of them I do. Uncrowned Jax, I definitely remember because last time, was a couple of months ago at Combo Breaker, they did get top 8 with Rapala. So that was nice. That was something to see. That was enjoyable.
Yeah, well, we are definitely going to get to know all of these players here after this top 8 is done. But again, if you want to join in on these tournaments, like I said, it's free to enter, and there's money on the line here for you guys to take home for yourselves. So if you are interested in entering this game or any of the future PlayStation Fight Nights, check out compete.playstation.com. As you can see down this way over here, go to this website, compete.playstation.com. Check it out. It'll give you all the information for all the upcoming events, how to enter them, and all the rules and regulations. But come in and join the fun, join the community, and start playing fighting games with all of us and have a really great time.
And if you are too lazy to type in those letters, there's going to be something you can scan on screen. There we go. Scan that, join the Discord, find those friends to fight and make some rivals, get good, and then you can enter, maybe get some of that good currency points. 200 currency points. I can't believe it. First place. I should have entered. Shouldn't be behind the mic, should be behind the hitbox. But alas, I'm here now. But I'm going to scan the code, try and catch some matches. I need to up my level with my Ranger, for sure. Time to come back, I think.
And of course, you know, just hang out with a lot of the people that you meet playing these events, and kind of join a nice little online community. We've seen a lot of players, you know, become really well ensconced into the fighting game community by starting here with these PlayStation Fight Nights. I love that you called it currency points, since, you know, it is US dollars right over there instead of, I forget, UK. You're still using EUs, or did you guys go back to pounds?
We never left pounds. We're stubborn. We're very, very stubborn over here. We saw everyone around us going, "Oh, get the euros," and we're like, "Nah, you like pounds and pennies." I don't know why, but yeah, we're pretty prehistoric, unfortunately.
Well, it's all good because we've got some players ready to pound at each other here in the fighting game, and it is going to be Dysphoria, aka Joshua, from New York City, 21 years young here, and going to be going with Launcher, of course. Going to be a lot of zoning and just throwing lots of projectiles at you. Really excited to see. You know, the top Launcher players are so entertaining to watch. I don't want to fight them, but they're entertaining to watch.
I like how you use the word fight, because sometimes there's not much fighting. There's you catching a lot of explosions. It's like you've got the Launcher player on one side of the screen and you've got a Michael Bay movie on the other side. It's pretty interesting sometimes. But yeah, Launcher, kind of a fan favorite, but before the patch, I feel a lot of people thought she was underwhelming. She had a lot of firepower to keep you out, but she couldn't really keep up because the damage output was low. But that has been changed. So let's see if Dysphoria can present that. I've seen their streams before. I know they can bring the damage, but obviously on the stage when everyone's watching, might be a bit harder. Like I said, against Uncrowned Jax, 35 from Oregon, playing grappler.
It's like the exact opposite, right? Got Launcher, who wants to stay away, Grappler, who wants to get in, but clearly we have seen the kind of damage that Grappler can do. You know, so once he gets in, it's terrifying, and sometimes all he needs is just one good counter hit charge, and then he won. That's it. Game is over.
The life of most grapplers in most games. That's it is so fitting that they've kind of got the essence of a grappler. Yes, they named him grappler, but that is the character. You don't really, if you play fighting games, you don't have to explain what grappler does or his win condition, which I think is pretty smart. I kind of like it like that.
Oh man, but yeah, for those of you new to DNF Duel here, this game is a wild game. Okay, I'm just letting you guys know right now. There is gonna be stuff happening on the screen, and honestly, the amount of keep away that Launcher can present to a grappler player is going to be insane. But like I said, all of a sudden Grappler's going to get in once and you guys are going to be like, wait a second, okay, I guess she needs it, you know?
And a lot of people said Grappler was fairly good before the patch, and I mean, everyone in the cast got better in the last patch. Everyone got better. Even the people, even the characters that people didn't want to get better, like Swiftmaster, he got some buffs after, you know, getting normalized, let's say. But with the speed up, didn't really help Grappler get in, and this is going to be probably 9% of the match, because when Grappler gets in, you die in 2 hits anyway, so.
Yep, and you can see right here, so much projectile. And one of the things, if you're not familiar, oh, it was a trade though, it was a trade, nice. But punish the roll, and here we go. The pressure now from Grappler. Good patience from Dysphoria there, not to touch a button in the middle of that and get caught by the shoulder charge.
Yeah, OTG with the Arsenal. Gonna go for the DC ender? No.
No, here we go. Gets the back throw, and now guess what? You gotta deal with this whole thing again. Oh, no, didn't get the full confirm, and you're back to full screen and getting shot.
I don't believe this Dysphoria didn't see his life flash before his eyes. He might now. That is it. That's the game plan. Spoilers for anyone. James already told you how the game's gonna go. You're gonna see like 70% of the match is Grappler trying to get forward. Don't worry about it, James. It's covered. We've got shoulder barges. He's too close.
Oh, yep. There it is, right? Like I said, at first it looked like, man, this looks so unfair for Grappler, and then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I'll just hit you twice, and then I win. Okay. Yeah. But I do want to point out to people who are new to DNF Duel here, pay attention to the blue bar and also the flashing red bar under the life meter. That's like a magic bar, so you actually have, you can call it MP basically, to use a lot of your special moves. And so you have to be careful, you could burn yourself out. You see it says exhaustion up there, so you do not have access to them again, so you really have to kind of be patient and kind of monitor how much meter that you're spending.
Resource management for sure is the name of the game. I feel Dysphoria, you can see Launcher just kind of, you know, literally releasing the arsenal where I think Grappler has to kind of manage it a little bit more. And this is the point, right? When you get them in the corner, that's when you go, oh, all of this magic is going to go to good use. But Dysphoria finding a way out of trouble. Should be able to get kill here. Oh no!
Not quite. And we've talked. Okay, never mind. Flamethrower coming in hot, and is gonna be able to take that round. You'll also notice too that they start with 100 MP up there, but as they take damage, that bar increases to the point where they can actually have 200 MP total.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's slightly like a comeback factor, or I think it's like give a chance factor.
Yeah. It still requires you to use everything intelligently here, but the pressure is going to keep going and getting caught low. That's one of the keys, right? I mean, Grappler is a lot of armor moves, but a lot of the armor does lose to low hits. It's just launching a missile at you. I love it. Right. Here we go. He's in. Oh, the autocorrect DP. Of course, the DP is just one button. You can just hit down and button right there. So very easy to turn around with that. You can see the chip. Oh, there we go.
Unfortunate. Just a little bit of a lingering time on those projectiles, right? You can see the roll from Uncrowned trying to get around the fireball game. And you have to just guess sometimes. They are punishable by throw. They only strike invincible. But you have to do it. Otherwise, you're just going to walk block, take a lot of grey health. That's going to help you with conversion, which is basically like a cancel. But again, it's not really going to help in terms of Grappler getting close to you.
Oh, there we go. Got the cross up there. Now, there is a guard button here, but I don't know. I think most players still just block the normal way by holding back.
Those old habits.
Oh, what?
Where are you going?
See how unfair this matchup is for Grappler? I mean, gosh, he has to work so hard to get in. But of course, when he does, you can kiss your life goodbye.
Making it rain with the Molotov, but here we go. And there's the conversion there, using their grey health just to keep their opponent on the toes.
Yeah, if you're familiar with the Guilty Gear games, it's very similar to a Roman cancel, where you can just cancel your any attack into just basically a neutral state, so you can kind of restart your offense again.
Put back to full screen. Yeah, roll straight into a grenade. That is not the place you want to be. But Dysphoria really low on magic at the moment. This could be their opportunity to get in.
Okay, there it is. Gets in there and gets the command grab. Not only that, but the fully charged. Oh no! What the heck? Oh, that should have been a lot longer. That should have been a kill.
GG's, Joe.
Oh, speaking of.
Yep, and that's one of the big changes I'll say for Grappler is that from the last update, he can cancel his like MS moves, his magic moves, basically into other magic moves. So he can do stuff like shoulder charge into dive or shoulder charge straight into grab and stuff like that. I think as a grappler, I think you need something like that to keep your opponent guessing, because a lot of this stuff is reactive. Bar the grab, obviously, that is not reactive.
You can even do shoulder charge into shoulder charge, right?
Yes. Yes.
So it's like, and remember, the shoulder charge is armor, so after you block it, you're like, all right, I'm gonna poke the recovery of it, and then he just cancels into another one, absorbs everything, hits you with a counter hit, and then murders you by draining like 80% of your life.
Best type of frame traps.
Oh, look at this patience. Yeah, and then of course finally does go for the throw. Not going to drop the combo this time. And this is what I mean. This is what should have happened last time, but did not get the safe jump timing. So Dysphoria's DP is actually going to be able to get Uncrowned Jax off of him.
Oh my. Launcher's 5AA before the patch was extremely good. I think it's only better now. It's so active. So the whole kind of like game plan with grapplers obviously to get in with a roll, but when you've got so many active moves covering so much space, it's extremely hard. It happened again. How do you get around that?
Well, we're at match point here for Dysphoria, having taken one round. Just needs to win one more round here against Uncrowned Jax. And again, one of the hardest things about fighting launchers, like we said, obviously the grappler can get in and get a hit like this, and it's important, but that also really depends on the mental fortitude of the player, because you can just get so frustrated and tired of just trying to weave this, weave through this giant maze of bullets and fire and guns and missiles. But look at the damage that he just did in that one combo.
It's a TP. And I think what you said might come to fruition with Uncrowned Jax. He might go, you know what? I'm done playing side scroller. No more platform games. I'm just gonna go head first in. And you know what? Sometimes that works.
I just need to find that one hit, but again, stuck in the corner, and look at this, just taking a little bit of extra damage here. You can't die by chip, however. Oh no, just got right out of there. And is that enough to kill? It is. The laser beam from across the screen is gonna do it. And there we go. Dysphoria is gonna take it with Launcher.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Like, I don't play grappler, but I think everyone, no matter the hatred for getting command grab, can look at this matchup and go, I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for them. They didn't get to play the game much. I mean, when they did play the game, it was over in a minute. But you saw every time Uncrowned got in, Dysphoria went DP. Because it's way more stressful for you to bait my DP than for me to just hold back and get command grabs.
Yeah, and like I said, man, it tests your mental strength so much. I use the term mental fatigue a lot in fighting games, and you'll see it happen a lot when players just get frustrated, and in the last few games of a set, they just start throwing out a lot more Hail Marys, because they're just like you'll play this great first game where you're so patient, walk and block, walk and block, walk and block, and then by the end of the game, you're like, God, I just don't want to do this anymore, and you start running into things, try going for, crazy rolls and such, and so, yeah, but like I said, it's fun to watch Launcher play, but it is a pain to fight against, for sure.
No doubt. And I think in certain games or certain archetypes, it can happen the other way around, because I remember watching Saggets, and I tried Saget a little bit, and you get that mental fatigue. It's like, these fireballs aren't doing enough damage. If they get in once, I lose. And I think that was the big thing with Launcher in the past. It's like, yeah, she could have done that before in terms of these combos on full screen, but it just never felt like it was rewarded with damage. I think now she's a little bit more nimble. She's got better cancels and a lot more screen control. So, yeah, but like we said, it's kind of just, duality of man. Like, you either keep them out for 90 seconds or you lose in 5.
Yep, exactly. But I think we're going to be moving on to the next match over here. We are going to get Randy RP12, aka Randy Romero. Wow, even younger here. We got a 19-year-old player from Mexico. And, I mean, look, I'm just going to say this new wave, honestly, C4, of good netcode games is, it's so wonderful. Because we get areas like Mexico here in NA really representing now, and we get to see a lot more players from different regions and such, and so Mexico's really coming out to a lot of these online tournaments and showing their stuff. And Berserker, oof. We want to talk about another character that can dish out the damage. Let's talk about Berserker here.
I love this character. I was having a really deep conversation where we was talking about characters that are OP and fair. And I feel Berserker might be in that category because he turns the game into a one-touch, even on his side. So if he gets a big combo and he starts using his awakening, which we'll explain in the match, he loses in the next touch. he's like the great equalizer, but he's fair because he puts you in the same situation that he's in. You're probably going to lose with like 2 touches from Berserker, depending on the hit, right? He'll do one big combo, go for mix, then he will drain his own health, so he goes into awakening, so it does a big damage. But if you block that mix, you can also kill Berserker in one hit. So it's quote unquote fair, but he does live up to his name. He is.
Yeah, Berserker basically kills everybody at the same time.
He does. He does,
All
at
right.
the risk of his own life. So that's what I mean. This is kind of fair.
And then, of course, Randy is going to be going up against Horussun here, who is not giving us a lot of information here. All we know is that his name is Nick. He's 25 years old, and he's got access to a Vanguard here.
I love it. This is how everyone should. You remember when people used to say, save it for nationals? He's just saving it for everything. You don't need to know me. I'm here to collect the cash and get out of here. But Vanguard, yeah, very interesting character. I know a lot of people like the aesthetic of Vanguard, but didn't play him prior to the patch. But he had quite a few changes, but I feel the biggest one is that it's weird because he's got a change where his command list is now available to him all the time. Where before he had to cancel into a move to get the move you want. He doesn't have to do that anymore. So his toolkit is really hard to judge.
Yeah, he used to do like a ton of damage before the patch, so he was like, just delete your life. But it was just so hard to like actually hit people and convert when you were fighting against characters like Swiftmaster, and Hitman and such, who had all these way more aggressive offense. So he never really had the chance to delete your life, but now he's definitely a lot stronger. And yeah, this is gonna be like a match where basically it might be 2-touch kill for either player here.
Got to be very careful. Vanguard in the moment, back to the wall. I mean, he's got the range to fight from here, but he needs to gain that space.
And that's the crazy thing too, is that Berserker has some tremendous range, but Vanguard is like, you can already see he's got some full screen buttons here.
Yeah, and one thing that Berserker beats Vanguard in massively is the speed. Like, he can run in real quick before he can kind of anticipate. But the anti-air game from Vanguard is probably one of the best in terms of normals.
Right, but he accidentally cornered himself here. And again, even though it looks like Randy, oh, never mind. Okay, he's going to get thrown to death. And I was just about to say, even though Randy looked like he was in a bad position right there, Berserker is a character because he hurts himself. He also gives himself gray health, so he can just keep using conversions to extend his combo over and over and over again. And sometimes it just looks like the combo is almost an infinite. I swear, it looks like he can just, especially when he gets low in health, obviously. And you can see right there when the health actually starts glowing red there, all the characters get powered up at that point.
Absolutely. And if Horussun can get Randy to the corner, this is a one-touch game, but there we go. Utilizing the big range normals, having to do them kind of prediction-wise, because like I was saying earlier, Berserker's speed is rapid. He is almost unreactable at that range when he wants to run up and like command grab. Like, you have to just do something to kind of maintain the space, not to push him away when you see him go forward. Because like you were saying earlier, he's also got pretty good range, especially when he's in Berserk mode, which is this what we're seeing right now. Look how far he's hitting him from.
You have to keep an eye. You can see under Berserker's profile picture on the top left over there. Every once in a while, you'll see a little yellow like eye symbol show up over there, and that kind of gives you an idea of when he goes in and out of Berserker mode. But he's stuck. Yeah, there it is right there. Finally got the activation.
Oh, the vacuum. Yeah, we're in 2-touch territory. Let's see if he can get the screen carry, because he's going to need the corner if he wants to potentially kill off the next hit. He's got it. He's fair.
He's fair.
He's fair.
Oh, okay. There's hit number 2. There's hit number 2.
James, he's dead. He's dead. It's okay. I know we're here to commentate, but this is how it is.
Like I said, when your life is glowing red like that, you're in awakening mode here, and that's another thing too. When you're in awakening mode, it's really, really powerful. You get access to your super here, just like this. And again, because Berserker can hurt himself, he puts himself into awakening. A lot of characters gain some really, really strong powers as soon as you go into awakening. And so one of the strategies is to put them right above awakening and try to kill them so they never get into there. But Berserker doesn't have that problem. He'll put himself into awakening by himself and gain all this power and gain access to his super and then be able to kill you.
So sick. Such a cool character. Oh my gosh, the legs got blessed. He hasn't got awakening, so yeah, he can't kill. But he runs into the low, and I think this might be enough for Randy to equalize. Yep, one apiece, I believe. There we go, no drops.
Yeah. It's so crazy too, because that first game, it almost looked like Randy was completely, you know, like couldn't do much against Horussun at all, and then all of a sudden this game we got to see exactly what Berserker wants to do. And like we said, this is the name of the game here, right? For these two characters, potentially 2 touches for each character just to finish you off.
Yeah, very similar win conditions to the last game. Vanguard wants to keep you out and chip you away. Berserker wants to get in like a grappler, right? And here we go.
Oh, he tried to go for the instant air conversion overhead, but he got caught by the wake up.
Yeah, gonna push him to the corner. He's putting Berserker in awakening, but he is mid-screen, so it's not too threatening. What a tech.
I'll say. Wow.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Okay. Hit. Let's, yeah, there we go. Conversion. Oh, the reset! He went for the reset in the middle of there, so he doesn't have to work quite as hard. He should be able to finish him off at this point. As you can see, keeps giving himself gray health so he can get more conversions into the super. Oh God, he is making sure. He is making sure.
Overkill much, my dudes? You know what? I respect it. He said, I don't do button checks. I'll just make sure my buttons work in all of my combos mid-game.
Hey.
Like you said, that was overkill, but send a message.
Sometimes you need that, right? And so you might as well practice it. Make sure you got the muscle memory down for that kill. So there we go, and yeah, plus frames for Berserker there. Hard to really try to push afterwards. Blocks the wake up DP, and oh boy, this is gonna be brutal.
Let's see if he uses conversion again for mix. Oh no, he's not gonna do standard mix. I think he's gonna go for the crossblades.
So yeah, there we go. He's got the instant. Oh, he went for the instant overhead, but was able, because he lands so fast, to catch the roll. Now again, you can't die by chips, so still a chance for Horussun, but not gonna happen. But I just want you to look at Berserker's life over there. Just like you said, while he's killing you, he's killing himself. So when Horussun, or Horus's son is what it actually said in the game, Horus's son, when he actually got out of that situation, he only needed 1 touch to kill, even though he barely did any damage to Berserker himself. So like you said, fair OP character?
Question mark? I don't know how else to explain it. Like, it's like, yeah, look all the stuff he's doing, but if you block 1 mix and you hit him, you win. That seems pretty fair. I don't know. The jury's still out, I guess. We're going to see some more, so that would be cool, right? We're going to see some more Zerka as we go look at the bracket. Pretty polarizing matches. Like I said, I feel, even though they were completely different characters, the win condition felt very similar. Berserk get in, Vanguard keep out. Grappler get in, Lumcha keep out. So pretty cool to see the 2 diametrical win conditions play out like that, and we got 1 from each side. So we're going to have Randy versus Dysphoria later on in the tour.
And you know, I know people who have heard me talk about DNF Duel have heard me say this before, but one thing I love about this game is it's such an old school type of game. Like, I know the gameplay isn't the same, but you know, one of my favorite fighting games of all time is Vampire Savior. And that's one of those games where everybody is broken, and once they get a momentum, they just basically delete you, right? And that's kind of where DNF Duel falls for me. Like, it's like the newest old school style game where everybody is just busted beyond reason, but that's kind of the fun of it. That's what makes it so entertaining. Is once you get started doing your thing, it's so much fun just to run over people and watch them suffer, you know. So that's why we've seen so much of this back and forth between the players in both matches already.
I mean, it's a good demonstration of, you might see some games with matchups where it's just unwinnable, right? Or like 9-1 matchups and whatnot. And we could see, even with the grappler versus Launcher, it's like, well, you know, there's always a chance. He's got enough armor. He's got enough kind of times to guess to get in. So that's really cool about the game. And I think it does give you, like you were saying, the old school vibe of like, if I get my game plan on, everyone's a victim. It doesn't matter what your name is, what your ID or your tag is. If I make you block something, it's my turn, and now you're my training dummy.
Yep, and let's see who our next potential victims will be here. We've got Evil Kevin coming in here, 29 years old, from the Midwest, Chicago region here. And yeah, running with the Hitman, so it's going to be a scary game over here. I mean, we talk about characters that get powerful when they go into Awakening. This is, I remember, you know, before the big patch, obviously, this was like the character you did not want to see go into Awakening at all.
Yes, someone who lives in the same region of Mystic Smash, I know all too well about playing to not put someone into Awakening. I played a little bit Persona, so I had that kind of mindset beforehand. But yeah, like you said, this character in Awakening, let's not do any spoilers. You'll see what happens. It's going to happen, trust me. Hitman will get into Awakening, and you'll see why he's such a threat. Evil Kevin, with the most menacing name, against Tensu, a Swiftmaster.
Swiftmaster, you know, obviously was considered one of the strongest characters before the patch. I mean, I don't even think there's any denying, right? Best character in the game before the patch. Clearly so tough to deal with. I mean, it's just one of those situations. The routes that he went into on block were safe and led to mix-ups, and if they hit, they just led to combos that deleted you. But again, the character is just so fast that obviously been normalized a lot in that patch. Now, you know, still very good though, still very, very strong, which I'm always happy, because I'm always frustrated when patches take top tier characters and delete them from the game. So I'm really happy to see Tensu still representing the character here.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, because I think a big talking point within the fighting game community is about, when there's a patch, can you just buff everyone? And it's kind of like a mean throwaway comment that people say. They did it here. They actually did it. Everyone got buffed. Everyone. And it wasn't just like, so one of the buffs was everyone got more health. That's kind of like a easy way to go, oh, you wanted everyone to get buffed? Here you go. They went through every character and went, oh, this normal's faster. This normal's got less recovery. Now I think Swiftmaster can do basically all of his MS moves into wind, like the vacuum. So he can just cancel into that. So he's basically always got some like pseudo pressure. Even though, like you said, pre-patch, he was extremely silly. I'm gonna say broken. Like, he was very, very silly. But they still went, we don't want to remove the essence of the character. He is an airbender. We want him to revolve around manipulating space with his wind. And they kept the essence of the character while kind of keeping him in line with everyone else, which is really sick to do and hard. I'm assuming. I don't patch games, but I think that's pretty hard to do.
I mean, that's why I'm kind of excited, obviously, for the season 2 coming out, because they're adding some more defensive mechanics as well, and there's just all the, like, there's some weird systems coming into play. Like, now you can change the timing in which you go into Awakening. You can pick one or the other, and you know, that's all coming pretty soon, along with a brand new character, Inspector. So I'm excited to see how the game is going to turn out, you know, with all these changes in here. And, you know, based off of the patch, which they did a really good job with the patch in this game, in my opinion, you know, it's clear they know what they're doing with the balance. So I'm excited to see how the new season's going to rock.
As we go into the next match, bit of a speed up. Evil Kelvin living up to his name with an evil round start, but the tables have been turned. Tensu getting those classic Swiftmaster combos.
Again, it's interesting because individual hits from Swiftmaster don't do a lot of damage, but every time he hits you, it's going to be like a 40-some hit combo, and so he just drains a ton of your life at that point. And yeah, all of the DP moves punishable on block, and there we go. Look at this.
James.
Actually, that was a guard reversal that he did, didn't he?
Yes, that was a guard reversal. I was about to say, I don't think this kills, which means this is Hitman in Awakening, so...
Oh, right.
Oh! That's so sick! I think he did that to avoid the wake-up DP.
Interesting thing about Hitman is obviously his awakening is scary, but I really personally think the thing that makes him so strong is that high-low game that he gets where he knocks you down with the safe jumps, because yeah, we're gonna see that probably right here, because okay, he wants to side switch here. Yeah. Because his instant overhead game is so terrifying because he can change how many hits are overhead, etc., or sometimes just go into empty low. It's so hard to defend against Hitman.
Yeah, I got hit by it so much I had to give it a nickname. I call it Juicy, the jump Uzi. And like you said, each individual hit is its own overhead. So I was like, yep, free hitting Juicy, single hitting Juicy.
There it is.
What do you do?
Does go for the air special because, as somebody in the chat has pointed out, Swiftmaster is kind of short, so it is a little bit harder to get those instant overhead conversions, you know, to land on the ground and keep the whole combo going. So I think Kevin didn't think he had that opportunity, so just went for the air special instead. But unfortunately for him, that is going to cause his loss here, and Tensu taking game number 1.
Let's see if we can do it again. Evil Kelvin, that was a really smart roll, but the recovery on the moves from Swiftmaster, you've got to anticipate that they're just going to be safe on whiff. The classic.
Oh no! An air reset too. So guess what? I get to keep going off of this. Wall bounce. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's one more time. Just for good measure.
Oh, nearly got the cross under.
But he's not an awakening. He's just outside of awakening, so he doesn't have quite the extensions. But there you see right there. Yep. Okay, he got it. He got it there. Got the full conversion here. And now set up for another mix-up. Yep. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it.
Oh my gosh. And Tensu showing the dark arts of a top player pressing buttons on hit. You know how hard that is to do? Do you know what kind of mental fortitude you need to do to go, I'm in a combo, I'm going to lose, I've got nothing better to do than press DP? It sounds easy, but it's hard.
Dude, what do they say? There's a fine line between genius and insanity, right? So
yeah, yeah,
that's what it takes.
Absolutely. One day I'll be able to do that.
I mean, I think I've got the insanity part. I don't know if I'll ever get to the genius part, to be honest with you.
You might be so deep in lasagna you're already there, and you just don't know yet. You have to ask your opponent. Ask your opponent, say what's unpredictable, and then you'll know if you're a genius or you're insane.
Well, oh no. Okay, just it was weird. Like, he didn't do anything. Was he trying to bait a DP or something? But unfortunately, he's going to get caught here, and so I don't even think Tensu's going to need to go for the super at this point in time. He should be able to kill. Oh, he's going to go for it anyway. Okay, there he goes. Just to make it easy and sure. I mean, sometimes it can be tricky to land it, but off of that wall bounce, it's a lot easier to connect that super.
Yeah, especially with the character, like, something we've not really touched on is Swiftmaster requires execution. Those zonk punches, they're a hold down button and a release. So, you know, just opting out to go, oh, I don't want to drop my combo, like you said, just going into super, get the job done. 2-0 Tensu going through. Evil Kevin going down into the lower bracket.
Yeah, and those two characters, I know before the patch were clearly the strongest characters. Hitman's still considered very, very strong at this point, but again, nice to see that we have still some Swiftmaster representation here, and is going to be moving forward 2-0. Unfortunately, oh no, wait, no, I'm sorry. we're all starting on the winner side here. I was about to say I thought we were going to the lower bracket. No. We're still all starting on the winner side here. However, I don't think we'll be streaming a lot of the lower bracket matches here. I think we're going to be sticking with the upper bracket matches. So, you know, if you do see their stream information below, you can check to see if they are streaming their tournament run, and that way you can follow along your favorite players as well. But a lot of the lower bracket matches are just going to be played ahead of time. But our next match here, the players that we're going to be seeing here on stream are going to be Alex, Alex5187, who, by the way, his name is not Alex, and that kind of makes me upset. Joel Rodriguez from New York. He's a lover of puns, okay? I appreciate that, you know I do, but I don't think I think using a completely different name as your username isn't a pun, right? That's just confusion.
I mean, I would call it catfishing. First. It's so cool that he gave himself an ordinary tag. Like, you would assume if your name, your tag is Alex, you would just be Alex, right? So who is Alex? Yeah, we're gonna call him Alex. Who is Alex going up against? Let's find out.
I think what is pronounced Ryazo here. Someone in the chat can let me know if I've got that right here. But 20 years old from the USA, not gonna let us know from where, but Crusader. This is a character who, you know, it's interesting. I remember in the beta, everyone said Crusader is just ridiculous, right? And then we started learning how to fight him. You know, like I said, then Hitman and Swiftmaster became the strongest character. But then after that patch, oh boy, everybody went back onto that Crusader train. I mean, dude, this character is, he's something. he is quite the character.
Yep. He is a brawler for sure. He's got the like the big body factor. They did, however, make it so I don't know if they normalized his crouch to be in line with everyone else's, but there's a lot of instant overheads that don't work on him. I think it was Striker was the main one I saw. So Striker used to get a very quick, like, high-low point blank in his face just because he's such a big body. When he crouched, he still got hit by Ryzen button. I know they sorted that out. I think his damage is mostly the same, question mark, but I know he's got easier confirmed. So stuff like 2A, you don't need a counter hit anymore. You can just link it to itself.
Right, yeah.
I mean, he is a big body, but he hasn't got a grapple. So he kind of needs a way to confirm into his damage. So the 2A change seems, you know, fairly reasonable until you see his neutral, which is slightly unreasonable, right? Javelins, he's got Milner just hammering you from like half screen into like insane damage. He creates a wall mid-screen.
What's that, 5 frames, right? Like 5 frames, he just hits you and it tracks you. He's just like wall, and so if you just happen to be holding forward on the controller, he hits you, can convert off of that wall, you know. Oh man, but that's actually gonna, I might be kind of tough here for Alex at this point then, because you know, the range obviously will help Vanguard a lot, but you know, if you're dealing with javelins and then when he shoots out the big giant fireball, you can crouch under it, but it's almost better to stand block it, in my opinion, sometimes, just to get it out of play, you know, so that you don't give Ryazo or give Crusader all this opportunity for plus frames or locking you down into a never mind.
There we go. We got hit with it.
Yep, the mix. We got hit with the mix. Enchantress. All right. Enchantress, a character not considered particularly strong before the patch here, but one of the classic Arxis puppet characters here, and kind of a unique puppet character here because she jumps into modes where she can control the teddy bear and then modes where she can't control the teddy bear. You can tell which one is active by which one is, you know, closer to the front, I guess, you know, on top of the other in terms of sprite work. So let's see how Ryazo handles this match.
Both players just backing away. Oh, I'm already establishing that, oh, I can hit your puppet, and I've got the timer for it. I really like that. You need to establish that you can react to the puppet, otherwise you can just get run over.
Right, and there you go. You can see right now, Ryazo actually fighting full screen with the puppet, but now getting in, didn't quite get the full conversion over there, so the puppet's just chilling back there now.
Here we go though, Vanguard in range, slashing away. Look at the guard getting completely smashed. We're in the red already. Gets a hit though. Almost 50%. Baits the DP.
What?
Too slow, I guess. And look at the screen push from Enchantress.
Yeah, one of the nice things about Enchantress is, you know, you can see sometimes the teddy bear just, you know, gets off the screen a little bit. You can bring it back pretty quickly with just transitioning mode, just kind of teleports the bear over in the air.
Oh, I love using the charge to get around the shenanigans on the ground from the little puppet. Run up throw, whiffs. I love the run block from Vanguard, but there we go. Yoga Flame.
Yoga Flame. Oh, man. Yeah, nicely done right there. Ryazo taking the first one. And again, you know, coming in here with this Enchantress instead of the Crusader. And like I said, Crusader considered very a strong character, so this might just be... Oh, nice. Got the overhead, the double jump attack right there. Alex got it there, and now here we go. Big combo in the corner. You can see the amount of damage that Vanguard gets to do. One more mix might be able to kill at this point. Yep, this should be death.
Really clean acknowledgement from Alex going, last time I put you in this situation, you tried to teleport or roll out, and he just delayed the button and went, oh, I'm just going to catch you in the recovery. So some telltale signs from Alex, paying attention, even when they're getting punished for doing something, they're keeping it in the back of their minds not to fall for the same trick twice.
Here we go, fireball loops in the corner, let's go!
That's so sick.
Of course, you know, standard Arxis game, there is hit stun deterioration after a while, so you have to know your routes very, very cleanly, and especially in this game, I feel like the hit stun decay is so picky that a lot of times you add one move and it just forces you to change your entire route.
For sure. And I think we might have got a sign from there of Alex using the block button instead of left right. I'm not sure if he actually was prone to getting hit cross up there. But we saw the Yoga Flame and teleport, and yeah, that kind of just sealed the deal because he couldn't really get in once that mix was applied from Ryazo. So yeah, the Enchantress pick working out. I did write down that they played Enchantress, but I got sucked into the Crusader hype. I wanted to see some javelins.
That's what it was, right? They were on the crusade to convince you that you know, Ryazo was a Crusader player.
Too good at this, James. Too good.
Oh man, but again, you can see again, this is just, I mean, the natural kind of thing that you have to deal with puppet characters. You just have to keep so much in mind what's going on here, but obviously if Vanguard's getting the offense going and Enchantress doesn't have the chance to get anything started up. Yeah, here we go, look at this big damage here. This will be close to kill. We'll probably just need one more small hit after this. He doesn't have access to his super because he's not an awakening, but was that a backdash on wake up? I'm not sure how he got away from that throw, and now he's actually transformed him into the little goblin, so a lot of free hits. Oh.
He got the command grab from the puppet character. Why do they do that? Every command grab, every puppet character has a command grab. Why does one got Dead Man's hand? That's not okay. Dead Man's hand was never okay.
And this is what I mean, right? Because, like, God, turning you into that little goblin, like little goblin stuffed animal thing reminds me so much of Anachorus from Darkstalkers, right? They let everything rock in this game, and that's just like one of my favorite things. It's like, how cheap can we make these characters? Very cheap? Okay, cool, then we'll do it.
Hold my beer. Bet. Let's do it. All right. Trying to sweep away the problems with the broomstick, but it's not working. Vanguard with the big swipes.
Yep. Now back to full screen here, yeah. Just using that projectile essentially to get in close like a sonic boom essentially. And now here you gotta deal with this pressure. But nice escape, but actually blocked from the front. I wonder if that was also a block button usage as well. The top players in this game have gotten used to using the block button.
Yeah, you know what? That was kind of a smart DP. The guard bar was depleting pretty quick with Vanguard. And I think it still increases when he's in Awakening as well, so need to be very careful.
That's true. We haven't mentioned the guard bar yet all day here. Obviously, the blue bar on Alex's side, you can see it's red right now. but obviously there's potential for guard breaks. And you mentioned that everyone got buffed. Everyone also got extra guard bar as well because, man, some characters used to be able to break your guard so easily. Oh, what? Look at this! 0 health comebacks for Alex, and he's gonna get the kill.
Man, this is why there's always kind of conversations about should you have chip kills. For those moments, you should. That was really high.
Yeah.
Never give up.
I mean, in games like this that are as crazy like this, yeah, chip kills are kind of scary, right? But man, it's kind of nice that that you can survive on that 0 pixel of health in this game.
Oh, getting pushed to the corner. Ground bounce. Yeah, there you go.
Potentially one touch now. You can see about 50% life on that hit, but the DP is going to get Ryazo out of that corner situation.
Trying to chase him down. Oh no, the puppet was ready. Fireball game and scratch and sniff and full screen and just running with the broomstick.
Yeah, you see how in the air he was able to switch stances, Ryazo did, to keep the puppet from getting hit. Oh, what, the side switch? Wow! Okay, might have been blocked, but that throw is going to be enough to kill, and that means Ryazo is going to take it 2 games to none.
That left right looks so potent. I couldn't be me. Couldn't, even with the block button, I'm still getting hit. That is that's rough. But
you know a left right is scary when a Leo player says he doesn't know which way to block. All right.
I'm throwing my hands up. Yeah. They're the kind of mixes where I'm like, you know what? I can't block it, but at least let me get hit airborne so you don't get a grounded combo. That's literally my first thought. It's like, I'm just holding up. I'm not trying to block. I just don't want you to get a confirm off of it. Alas. Enchantress, man. It's cool to see Enchantress because like you said earlier, before the patch, a lot of people didn't say... I don't know if it was because of the difficulty of the character. It was hard to utilize their strengths, and you could just pick a character that was easy and get it done. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that is that game done.
Puppet characters are always the ones that take the longest for people to really ramp up and get really good at. I mean, we even saw, I mean, obviously, like in Strive, Zato got a lot of buffs, but still, you know, as people kept playing him, they just started finding dirtier and dirtier setups. So who knows? I mean, maybe Enchantress might have gotten there at some point, but the patch definitely doesn't hurt. And I'm sure Enchantress players are very thankful for the buffs. But let's take a look at the bracket here and what situation we're at right now, because I believe we've played out through some of the lower bracket matches. As you can see, Uncrowned Jax has already defeated Horussun here 2-0 to move on. So, but in the winner's side, again, like I said, we'll be watching these matches coming up next. It's going to be Dysphoria going up against Randy, and then Tensu going up against Ryazo.
Yep, winner's side action for you guys coming up. I think we kind of spoke about this earlier, and for anyone who jumped in late, Dysphoria, a launcher player, they had to go up against a grappler, so we kind of saw the two polar conditions of victory going at it. Dysphoria came out on top, just keeping away the grappler. They're going to have to do this one more time because now they're going up against a berserker who's not really known for command grabs, but they do have one. But they are way quicker in terms of speed. So those, the arsenal, the rocket launchers, the nukes, the grenades, they're going to have to come out a little bit faster to keep them at bay, I feel.
All right, I believe we are going to be jumping into our 5th match right away here. So I think we are going to be seeing that match coming up here between Dysphoria and Randy. Randy RP, I think it was, yeah. I always want to say Randy PR, like, you know, from Puerto Rico.
Right.
I think it's RP, so...
It would be funny if it's RP for rock paper, and there is no scissors, just rock and paper, 50-50.
I mean, then, it's not even a 50-50 at that point, right? Because scissors can't beat rock, right? Then Bart is going to win every time, right? Bart Simpson's going to win every time. Good old reliable rock. Okay, so yep, here we go, Dysphoria and Randy. And again, you know, we talked about the fact that Berserker's killing himself most of the time, so while Berserker can get in a little bit easier, if he fails to finish the job, you know, he will not have that much health left to try to get back in, because he is always doing damage to himself. And again, you know, he's doing damage to himself. It's great damage, but of course that leads to the conversion, and so the conversion then kills all of his recoverable health. That is why Berserker keeps basically draining his own health the entire time off of those conversions.
And there's one big move that is going to pay dividends, I feel, for Randy, and that's being in Awakening in Berserk and using the vacuum, which is, I think it is full screen. It might be like a pixel away from full screen, but that can catch any sort of active move that Dysphoria wants to do. But right now, I think Dysphoria knows that. That's why they're staying really close with the arsenal here.
Got the combo off of the giant nuke from the sky, throw into the nuke, gets the combo, catches with the flamethrower, perfect. So we talked about, you know, Launcher wants to keep Berserker away, but Dysphoria is like, I'm not even just gonna give him the chance. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna rush down. Look at this forward movement from Dysphoria. Yeah, doesn't want to take this risk at all.
Yep, they're in the zone. They're actually in the zone. They find a placement. It's like, yeah, you can't roll here. I'm not gonna let you activate into Berserk mode. Yeah, look at the spacing. It's so intentional. It's too good. It's so clean.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Randy has much opportunity to get anything going here, but there's that vacuum you were talking about and the command throw. So here we go. Oh, and then you just got clipped right away. Ooh.
AA for the win. Like I said, that move is so good. Extremely good range, fairly fast, and in those situations where you're like, it's do or die, and pretty much every moment with Berserker is that. If you get hit, it's do or die, especially when you've done damage to Berserker, because then it's kind of guaranteed that he's going to be able to tap into his own awakening, like you said earlier, by draining his own life and get the kill.
I know it's sometimes, you know, dodgy to trust internet and chat and everything like that, but shout outs to Coffee, who did say in the chat that this is actually one of Launcher's best matchups, interestingly enough. So I will definitely trust the word on that one. And it looked like that in the first game, but here comes Randy to be like, no, I can do this. I can do this.
It might have looked like Dysphoria wasn't looking at Randy's matches earlier, because he hit with the same mix-up he hit his opponent earlier with. Go into the corner and take yourself out of it, Tech. Gets him the rounds. That's a good start.
Yeah, but again, as we mentioned, that's just the nature of this game, right? Even if the matchup is in your favor or not, you get that momentum going, like I said, and it's just completely terrifying at this point. And here we go. What a wake-up throw by Randy, but couldn't keep the pressure going afterwards, and now back to this zoning over here.
Getting pushed back as well. Really, really aggressive zoning here by Dysphoria.
Yeah, and those guard cancels, while they're very strong, and when they do hit, they do take up an entire one. I think it's one. No, how much was it of the MP gauge that it takes up? It takes up a huge chunk of your MP gauge. I want to say it's a full 100 of your MP gauge. So as you build them up more, it doesn't drain the whole entire thing, but you do lose a lot of ability to do a lot more afterwards.
Yeah, resources down the drain. Sort of like Randy's health right now. Little bits and bobs here, but like we said, his whole game plan as Berserk is to drain their own life anyway. So they're in a precarious situation here in the red for guards, making the slide safe with the grenade and just rinse and repeat. If you can't escape, then you stay here forever.
Yeah, and it's so crazy too, because you know, when you see Launcher fire the higher shot, and you can see that, you know, a lot of characters can crouch under it, so you're like, okay, it's not as effective. But at the same time, like I was talking about with the Crusader matchup, when the fireball goes over your head like that, it's kind of a slow moving fireball, so as you wait for it to pass over your head, you're stuck. You're just sitting there. And, you know, whereas if you blocked it right away, you'd kind of take it out of play sooner. But the fact that you crouch under it, let it pass over your head, you're scared to do anything, you sit there, it really gives the opponent a lot more opportunity to apply pressure. So because you can't die by chip, like sometimes I feel like just stand up, block it, eat it, get it out of play, and then try to navigate again. But I mean, easier said than done, man. Easier said than done.
Yeah, it's rough. I like to call it the sleep paralysis block stun, because like you said, you're free to move, but you can't move. You just can't, right? You're locked down, but not with block stun. So yeah, it's really rough. Dysphoria taking it over Berserker. Maybe the chat was right for the one time. Maybe they were right. I could see it because, you know, with a bigger body, you've got the health as your resource to get close. Berserker doesn't have that. Right, and their DP doesn't hit very far either. So they don't really have like a, oh, there's a gap, let me just bust out. They don't have that option, right? They've only got vacuum, but Dysphoria made sure that was not an issue because they just stayed on top of them, flamethrowers, grenades, and yeah, every other weapon they've got in their back pocket.
And I don't like that name, sleep paralysis blocking right there. Have you ever had sleep paralysis?
I do.
That's terrifying, man.
So is that situation. We both saw it.
I know. Now I'm even more terrified because I've had that before. That is not fun, let me tell you. Oh, boy.
We've all crouch blocked bolts of Balzac from Doctor Strange. We've all done it.
Exactly.
It's the same thing. It's scary. Chills down my spine. Freddy Krueger would be in a nightmare. But yeah, let's talk about the other match in the upper half of the bracket. We have had so many matches. What was it?
Yeah, we got this match coming up here between the players. I believe obviously Ryazo is going to be one of them here with the Enchantress, and Tensu with the Swift Master as well. So two of the smaller characters in the game, but obviously you know, Enchantress, not exactly a pixie kind of character, is going to be going with that puppet style. But again, the movement that Swiftmaster has is going to be kind of scary because, again, Swiftmaster is so fast. And then when Swiftmaster gets into Awakening, he's even faster. So, you know, the more you hurt him, the faster he gets.
It's crazy. I mean, it's fitting, right? He is the airbender. So speed is clearly something they had to give him. But yeah, he just does dash button from full screen and it's hard. But we got mixed again.
God, Ryazo, why are you doing this to us, man? He's listening to us. He's doing this on purpose.
Production in shambles. Even though they changed the icon, they changed the character, and he still went no. Everyone's getting mixed. My opponent, production, commentators, chat. No one's gonna know who I picked.
You got it right, Basu in the chat. You got it right. Oh man, and here we go. Blessed be he who kills you with walls and hammers. Here comes Crusader. Oh man. And now we'll actually get a chance to see what makes his character so strong. And there you go, starting with the zoning. Look at that. She just did lightning wall just to get this whole conversion. And already like a third of health gone just like that.
Redonkulous. Okay, block the overheads. There goes Swiftmaster. You mentioned this earlier, kind of, even though this is a high damaging game, Swiftmaster, who was one of the highest in terms of damage, especially in the corner, kind of got lowered down, but because of the speed, that kind of makes up for it, right? He's very much fitting into the Pixie archetype a lot more now.
Yeah. Also, just another thing to note too, like if you are a DNF Duel player and, you know, not to the level of these players here, you doing that jumping thunderbolt there with Crusader, and you're like, why don't I recover that fast? There's a Kara cancel on that jumping bolt right there to make him drop a lot faster, and that's what makes it so scary.
Oh, I like that way to set up from the straight donk punch. And there we go. Just utilizing the speed. He pressed the button preemptively, but it was still too slow.
Oh, and it just starts by going right in there. Not sure what Ryazo tried to do, but again, Crusader definitely with the slower buttons. Doesn't even have as many chain combos possible compared to a lot of the other characters, which is why he has to do that two-way link that you were talking about earlier.
But he needs to get in range, and he needs to throw it out before Swiftmaster, which seems impossible when you look at the speed. But, oh, never mind. He doesn't need an A right now. He's going for the big buttons. Oh, no, he misses the fireball.
My favorite thing is I just looked at the chat and I see Dysphoria in the chat and he says, "Man, I hate this character." Which one? Which one? But by the way that this match is going, probably means Swiftmaster at this point, because Tensu with a dominating game one here over Ryazo.
Yeah, Ryazo just did not get to play. I think a fair bit of that is the speed element, right? They just haven't got enough time to get the party started. We got the initial round start gambit, which was jump back javelin. That worked. But then you was in range for Swiftmaster's normals, and then you kind of just insta-lose unless you do something really risky with like an armor move. But Ryazo said, "You're just a commentator. You don't know what you're talking about. I'll show you how it's done."
And yeah, I got confirmation here. Dysphoria actually hates Crusader. Oh man. Praise the sun there, and getting ready to come back. And let's see if we actually get some more of what Crusader is able to do from Ryazo. Again, every time we see a match that looks dominating by one player, all of a sudden the next match is just all of a sudden looks helpless for that same player. You know, that's the way this game works.
A really good counter there from Ryazo. Gets the corner position. There's a javelin.
Oof.
I've never been hit on the back of the neck by a hammer.
Be thankful of that, actually, because I'm sure that's not pleasant. I can say I haven't either, and I'm very happy and pleased about that. So, oh, shot with the lightning bolt. Uh-oh, but here we go. Corner time. And again, when he puts up that wall too, that's a real wall. You can't walk past it. It's like he's adding a new corner in the game. Shoutouts to Aganos from Killer Instinct as well. Very similar style.
All right. This is the real wall behind it though. Oh, conversion. Maybe didn't want that.
It's the throw. It's enough to kill. And Tensu looking so strong now. Just needs one more round to just make this a swift 2-0 over Ryazo.
On the defense, and yeah, that's hit every time. The vacuum on the wind into throw, really hard to react to, and I think it's extra hard for Crusader because, like I said earlier, those buttons are really slow, and I think that time Ryazo tried to react, and look what you got in return. Stop being good.
There we go. Wall bounce off those zonk gusts, basically. It's like I said, you gotta hold a button, so you are losing attacks to do it, but I mean, his medium button is so potent, and it's just so scary. Just his 5M, well, not M, I should say,
B?
5B is so scary.
Woo! Oh, and that was the first time we saw the belt.
Oh man, and then, you know, like you said, he has landed that throw so many times. Ryazo thought there was gonna be another throw. You saw the whiff throw, and that was it. Tensu moves on, much to the joy of Dysphoria, and Tensu is gonna be in winners finals, going up against Dysphoria.
Well, Dysphoria said they didn't want to play Crusader. Count their blessings. Their prayers were heard, and now they've got Swiftmaster. Like you said, I'm like, pick a poison. They both seem pretty bad, just in two completely different ways. Now you're gonna have to deal with the speed. I feel as long as Dysphoria can keep or get a moment of reprieve from full screen, then they can set up enough stuff so it makes it hard for Swiftmaster to get in. But that's all theory. No, we're not theory fighting, we're actually fighting here. So let's take a look at the bracket to see the other players in the lower bracket. Yeah, Jax versus Ryazo off stream, and then Randy versus Evil Kelvin as well.
Yeah, and so Dysphoria Tensu going to be in winners finals, and as you mentioned, Randy and Evil Kevin, they're in the lower side of the bracket. Not sure if we're going to get those matches on stream down there, if we're going to go straight to the winners finals. I think we're going to end up going straight to winners finals at this point. So I believe we are going to get Dysphoria going up against Tensu at this point.
Yeah, that will be best of 5 as well. The top 3, so even more games.
Yeah, but again, look, if you guys are watching this and you guys are having a good time and enjoying watching all this fighting game action here on PlayStation Fight Nights, you can join in as well. Just head over to compete.playstation.com, as you see at the bottom of your screen over there. It gives you all of the upcoming tournaments, as well as how to enter them, all the rules and stuff. And you definitely want to join in on this. Again, like I said, this is a great way to get into fighting games. And honestly, this is a great time to get into fighting games. I feel like the fighting games that we have right now, the variety that we have, just the popularity of these games, and we've got even new games coming out. Obviously, Street Fighter 6 just dropped, but Mortal Kombat 1 and Tekken 8 on the horizon. Now is the time to get in there, because we've got a lot of amazing fighting games coming up for all of us to compete in. So check out compete.playstation.com.
Yeah, and I think you should literally check it out right now, because we're going to go to a break. So you've got nothing better to do, right? Go sign up for all the games that James told you about, and we'll see you guys on the other side.
Gaming is defined by moments.
It is intense.
The joy of victory and the thrill of overcoming challenges. Welcome to our home of competitive gaming, where we can all experience exciting esports moments
The final 1v1 of the game here.
and celebrate the pros and the rising stars,
I do want to see a female in the MCS.
bringing you guides and deep dives
Ryazo can go up, but she can't go up fast.
and tournaments where the community competes.
Wait! Did he get? No way!
Whether you're in a heated match
Back, let's go.
or watching along at the edge of your seat,
A duo taking down a trio.
let's create moments from the games you love.
He'll take it.
Join us and subscribe to our channel to follow everything esports on PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Ladies and lurkers, boys and boomers, smashable wages. I am C4IQ. That is Jane Chen. This is a cat on your screen, and you are watching the second half of Fight Nights DNF NA Top 8. The cat threw me off, I'm not gonna lie. I had the whole rehearsed of talking about the YouTube stuff that you should go and check out. PlayStation at YouTube. James was saying it earlier.
Alright.
If you didn't catch it, all the guides. Maybe find out how to get your own cat on the YouTube. Production saying potentially in the future. That's what production's telling me. Maybe in the future.
Okay.
If you did miss the footage and the matches earlier on, you can find that there, as well as I said, like guides and other tech talk from PlayStation. There you go, youtube.com/@PlayStation Esports.
Yep, and of course, for everything, not just the fighting games, you saw the variety of games we had on there. For their channel, they've got all sorts of stuff going on there. So again, good stuff, and check that out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and yeah, maybe they'll also show you how to pet the cat in the game, right? So there you go.
Such a cammy main. Such a cammy main.
Dude, I feel like I have to play Lily in Tekken 8 now too, right? I mean, not only does she have a cat, her cat's name is Salt, right? I mean, come on. Me, Salt, I mean, everybody knows how mad I get when I play fighting games, okay?
So
But these players here are not getting... These players are not getting mad. They're trying to go for these prizes right now, so they're going to be happy. Let's take a look at the updated bracket at this point here. You can see Evil Kevin making his way into the money. This is what I mean. These guys are not going to be angry here. And we'll find out between Ryazo and Uncrowned Jax, who also makes it into the money. The top four definitely gets at least $50 up to $200. While you hear all that noise, that is my cat rubbing his head on my microphone, so apologize to everybody at home. But Dysphoria and Tensu is going to be coming up next. It will be the Launcher versus the Swiftmaster going up here.
Yep, Launcher versus Swift Master, and it's going to be best of 5 now, right? Because they're in winner side.
That's right.
Top
that's
3
right.
technically.
Yes.
So, yeah, again, it's going to be a case of, can Swift Master get in fast enough? That's the question, right? Dysphoria showing a lot of competency when it comes to keeping people away with the arsenal of weapons, but we saw this before, right? Not just the speed of Swift Master in the hands of Tensu, using the wind to just bring you closer. That's something maybe Dysphoria hasn't had much practice against. Probably, because Swift Master was so popular back in the day, right? But yeah, it's very different trying to keep away by zoning when your opponent can like vacuum you towards them.
But I mean, we did see that Dysphoria said that, really hates Crusader. So this is probably the matchup that, they were looking more forward to. And you could already see kind of similar strategy against the Berserker. You see how Dysphoria is just going in on Tensu, not trying to let Tensu get anything started here.
Absolutely. There you go, laser beams. And the roll, the normal to 2 active, AAA. And you just really can't roll through it unless you roll past. But again, Dysphoria utilizing the spacing and exactly gets the guard break. Wasn't even paying attention myself, so that was rough.
Yeah, I mean, look, truly this character, Launcher, looks like just one of these fun characters that once you get going, you can blow people up. I do want to echo that a deal or no deal in the chat mentioned this game is currently 60% off on sale right now. So if you are enjoying this, grab yourself a copy of the game and join in.
No time like the present. Like you said, big changes coming up. Oh, big damage potentially coming up here. Big counter hit from Tensu. In with the wind. Yep, get some punches in there, why not?
Now let's see what kind of pressure goes for over here. Wow, was that a backdash to bait out the reversal? Oh my god, Tensu had that red like a book, and here we go. Big damage here in the corner, not going to be able to kill because does not have access to the super.
Oh, that's such sick lockdown. And you know what? That's really smart from Dysphoria. Utilizing probably, I'm going to say one of the better guard cancels just because of the distance on it.
Oh, you died. You died.
Oh.
No, super. Yep, right off of that. Just link it, easy peasy, just like that. Dysphoria with the comeback, and again, there is that weakness that we see from Swiftmaster if he does not have access to that super in Awakening. You know, like I said, definitely rack up the damage, but a lot of times at the end, it's hard to get that kill without the super.
Yeah, he's very much a like free touch character without being in Awakening, giving the potential, like you said, to use super at the end of the combo. Something a lot of characters have, I feel. Obviously, Star Berserker, because he puts himself in it. Puts up the wind tornadoes, but they just get eradicated immediately and then get hit by the stray grenades. The Claymore.
Yep. Grenade is just chilling there, so yeah, getting hit by a different kind of C4, I guess you might want to say. A little bit here. Oh, nice. Okay, using that guard cancel there. You see that vacuum effect right there. But again, that standing B is just so good. It moves so far forward, but then just gets shot by the flamethrower, and we are back to the zoning. Oh,
the elements.
Yeah, look, you're just blocking for your life. You can't die by chip, but that guard break actually, yeah, finally tried to do something and just gets clipped right there. Remember, I talked about just, you know, after a while, that mental fatigue kicks in, and you're just like, I can't sit here and block forever.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was such a sick nuke. Trying to keep the corner position. It's the guard cancel. 2B, not enough. And there we go. Finally, a good roll. I guess that's the best time to do it, when launcher takes to the air, because we've seen every time someone's tried to roll on launcher on the ground, they just get hit by an A.
Right. Here we go. You see this damage here. Oh no, didn't get the full extension off of that. So unfortunately, that's tough for Swiftmaster, because Swiftmaster typically gets really, really good pressure on the knockdown. And unfortunately, we are going to lose. It looks like we are going to lose a spectator connection over here with the match. So we'll just have to try to get word of who ends up winning this matchup here. But we'll try to get that update to you as soon as possible. Unfortunate that this has happened. This is just part of the online tournament experience, so it happens.
It is. It makes for a good roller coaster for a ride. If we don't see Tensu, but the numbers will let us know how it's going. And again, it's best of 5. So, like James was saying, hopefully we get back into the set. We might just miss the result of the last game. Hopefully we don't, or we get updated. I think the game. Oh.
Okay. Oh, one of the players disconnected. Somebody in the people in the chat are saying this is a launcher glitch. Is that actually a launcher thing? Does launcher actually is there a condition that this happens? Oh man.
I'm trying to wrap my I'm trying to remember the last sequence.
Man, well, unfortunately, that is what happened here. And so, yeah, since one of the players disconnected, they will be starting the match again. So,
damn. I hope. Okay, so because I was thinking, I was gonna say really quick. I was thinking, is this like one of those? I don't know if you remember the Relento glitch in Cross Tekken, where that actually broke the game.
Which one was the Relento glitch? Which one was the Relento glitch?
Where he threw the dagger, and I was thinking, oh, did did Launcher do jump button? Because Relento used to do jump dagger and it would break the game. You'd actually have to just quit the game. Yeah, I was wondering
It
if
was
it's
like
one
when
of those.
you punch the dagger or
Yep.
something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. The quality of Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Your favorite game?
My favorite game. I love Neutral. I love Neutral. What can I say? Simple man with simple pleasures. But yeah, we're gonna try and get the players back in there. Swiftmaster against Launcher. It was looking hard for
I love
Swiftmaster, James.
neutral. I love neutral, says the Leo player. Right. Yeah.
And how many times did you see me play back turn, James? You was there. You saw. You saw. You don't even need fingers to count how many times I went into back turn. I did flash kick a lot. Granted, I did flash kick a lot, but I never did back turn. I was all neutral all the time.
Didn't want to deal with that community okie, right? So
Nope. I'm a selfish individual that has no friends, so no community for me. I wanna poke you to death and throw sonic booms at you. That was the best life.
Man.
And it's kind of the same in this game. I play Ranger. I don't want to. Yeah, actually no, I don't get close to you. I don't actually get close to you, only for combos. But for the most time, most of the match is just throwing grenades and Ranger stuff, pew pews. Pretty fun. Yeah, I don't get along with others, James. Sorry, I didn't inform you. Even though we kind of coordinate somehow, we definitely didn't.
See, I have I've got people backing me up in the chat. See, Basu saying Leo's playing Nooch. If that ain't the lie of the century, see.
Oh my!
See,
look,
the people know. The people know.
if I was unprofessional, I'd be linking footage of my matches where James saw it firsthand, me winning on stream with no back turn. I can't believe he's doing me dirty like this. James was there; he bear witness.
All right, so actually we're just going to start exactly where we at. So I think it's just going to be 1-0, and we're going to start there. So Dysphoria and Tensu, I'm guessing, has just agreed to go ahead and just go at a 1-0 point right now. Again, it is 1st to 3 because this is the winner's final. So we will resume the match with Dysphoria up 1-0.
Decided to go with the gentleman's rules. They want to play it out. They want to earn the prize money at the end of this tournament. Like James was saying earlier, these two players are definitely in the money. They're getting those currency points. Yeah. Whether it be dollars, pounds, zenny, whatever it is, they're getting something. How much though? That's the question. Right now, I think even earlier on in the chat, I saw that people were saying that Dysphoria is kind of the favorite. And from how they've been playing, again, a big W for chat. They don't look wrong, but
For
Tensu
sure.
is they've got opportunities to come back now. Maybe they've even put Dysphoria on ice a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. That can definitely happen in situations like this. Just completely off topic here. I see what Jax says in the chat over here. Every time I say just 5 more minutes before I go to sleep, it turns into hours. That's the story of my life. It's the story of my life right now. But here we go. Oh, and actually they're going to give Dysphoria a round as well. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So I think Dysphoria had already won a round. So it's going to be 1 game and 1 round for Dysphoria. But here comes Tensu. Like you said, might be a little bit iced at this point.
Gonna have to take all the advantage you can as a Swiftmaster main. Then there's the good bait on the reversal. No DPs for you. But something you mentioned earlier as well, the damage output. These pixie characters, they're quick to get the hits, but they can't always close out the rounds.
Yep. See here, the perfect still on Tensu's side, but he actually looked like he got a hit in there. I'm looking at the bars, unfortunately. But here we go. Now it's time to get locked. Look how much gray health that's built up already. And all of that is just drained now at this point. If you land an MP attack, it does drain all of the gray health. And now the throw. Oh my, where did all of Swiftmaster's life go? Where did it go? I almost feel like Launcher is Berserker all of a sudden. What happened?
Well, Awakening happened, James. One of this. I'm pretty sure this was before the patch as well, but it wasn't kind of spoken about, but in Awakening, Launcher does more gray health. So that whole sequence, before they got hit, like you said, they took like 50% gray health before they got the hit. So please don't block this character when they're in Awakening. It's not good for your health, literally.
Oh god, that's brutal. You're just like, look at this. I'm on the verge of a perfect with 60 seconds on the clock, and then you died at like 55 seconds, dude. It's crazy. And here he goes, that corner position, 33 hits just like that. Gonna get another big combo over here. And again, you know, outside of last round where all that gray health just melted away, you know, Launcher isn't a character that's just gonna melt you instantly, but look at that. Look at this. I think that's what, only like the 4th combo here at this point. Oh.
Alright, set up the nuke, pin down.
That's the 2nd time I think we've saw Tensu tried to go for the DP attack in the corner and then just got clipped because Dysphoria is just not close enough. Launcher's just not in the range to get hit by that, and so there's really, it's just kind of a Hail Mary at that point.
Yeah, I think Tensu's kind of banking on maybe the vacuum effect on Swift Master's DP, vacuum them close enough so it hits, but the grenade's always out there. Exactly, but when the grenade's out, it's not really going to help you because the grenade's just going to trade with you.
Oh, the belt! The belt, I like the idea to absorb a bunch of projectiles. I mean, it's not easy to get the belt out in time, obviously, when you're just getting shot at all day. But it did work out, but he drops the Zonk, unfortunately. So no wall bounce, no combo extension, no Oki. And now you're back to blocking bullets everywhere. Oh.
Yeah, try to go for another Zonk to kind of like clear the screen, but bullet hell. That's what that is. This is bullet hell.
Oh man, that's brutal right there. That's brutal. And Tensu, yep, is going to go down to the lower bracket, but that means Dysphoria is guaranteed at least $150 because in grand finals now, guaranteed at lowest 2nd place. So Dysphoria definitely going to be able to get a nice Uber Eats like you mentioned earlier today. Yeah, nicely done to Dysphoria.
Fully deserved. I'm adamant that they played Launcher pre-buffs, so big glow up because that character was rough to play with. So character loyalists, you know, paying off the long con. Love to see it.
And
but
also,
yeah, like,
good call on Basu's side over there. This is one of the rare games that's also available on the portable, so you can actually play it over there and practice some combos there if you want to. Practice in bed. But again, it is for sale here as well on the PlayStation Store for 60%. So if you want to get your hands on DNF Duel and learn how to play Launcher like Dysphoria, you definitely can do that as well. So
yeah, you could be the next person in these brackets that's gonna come up right about now. Timing sublime. There we go. Dysphoria hanging out in grand finals. Almost a clean sweep. The only person that got a game was the grappler player at the beginning of the stream, Uncrowned Jax, just sweeping his opponents with the arsenal. So Tensu going into the lower bracket, aka basement bracket, going downstairs, and is awaiting his opponent, who's going to be either Evil Kevin, who played Hitman, and I'm not going to say who Ryazo plays, because every time we've said we've got it wrong.
We're going to be wrong every single time. You know what? I'm just going to say he's going to be playing Dragon Knight. There you go. Dragon Knight is the player that Ryazo's going to play. So that way I can guarantee to be wrong and not have to speculate, you know, incorrectly the entire time. So, but yeah, and again, Spectre and the new patch coming out next week. So you definitely want to jump into DNF. This is the perfect time to jump into DNF Duel here. Going to be bringing in back a lot of players here, and going to be bringing the new season, new mechanics, new characters. There's a whole season of characters coming up for DNF Duel. So again, a lot to look forward to with the game. Yeah,
really cool roadmap, and I don't want to echo what James said, but it is kind of the best time to get back into it because of the new mechanics and the returning players. Everyone's kind of starting from fresh in terms of learning new stuff. So that time of the game's lifespan, you're not going to feel so far behind, where everyone else is also trying to utilize or maximize, optimize what's new. And there we go, Enchantress. You can't win.
They got production again. Production guest Crusader. We saw the Crusader on the screen, and then, like I said, I think Ryazo's watching. Whatever the producers put on the screen, he is picking the other one just to mess with them.
What did production do to you, Ryazo? What did they do? Tell me. DMs. Send me the DMs. Who hurt you, man? Why you gotta be like this?
Oh, man. Well, here it is. Whoever wins this one will go up to fight Tensu, as we mentioned. You can see Ryazo playing very carefully right now, trying to find the right moment to get in there, but Evil Kevin's going to punish the roll and get the setup here, knockdown, and here comes that mix I was talking about. There's the low, there's the instant overhead. So like I said, this character, it's so hard to defend, and he gets those hard knockdowns, and he gets the safe jump mix-ups. It's so difficult to deal with this character on defense once he knocks you down.
Yeah, it's very straightforward, and I think sometimes having a game plan or a mix-up that you know is coming but still hard to block is like really strong, and that's what Hitman does in spades. Oh no, he tried to cancel.
Got to the other side. Gonna get the super and the kill. Nice. I mean, that was such an interesting situation right there. It was like Ryazo knew, oh, well, you know what? Hitman in Awakening, of course he's going to try to DP because he can extend it and try to keep himself safe. So he just waited and then rolled behind. And look at the range that he gets a crumple on that. Oh, it's so brutal. Here we go. Set up. Which one? Oh, he patiently was trying to bait out the DP, but nothing from Ryazo. So again, Ryazo with some good reads here.
Mm-hmm. And some good screen carry. Oh, I love it. Using the phones to force the restand, maybe try to get some sort of pressure with the puppet. There goes the guard cancel, just waits it out. No delay DP this time. The bait.
Yeah, he's just waiting. I think he feels like Ryazo might have been mashing, you know, the DP just in case he drops the combo. So it looks like he was trying to take that to his advantage. Look at this, Ryazo getting out of the corner and then running away, basically to build some of that MP gauge back to make sure that he has access to some offense here.
You know what the sickest thing is? You know what the sickest thing is, James? What Ryazo's doing this game, I'm not going to put you in Awakening. That's why he's not doing anything.
Right. Oh, there it is. Awakening now. Okay. But look at the chip damage. Oh, wow. Boy. One hit will do it. Oh, they're staring at each other. Look at this.
They're playing a game of chicken.
Dude, this is seriously like some Reservoir Dogs action here, dude. I mean, seriously, they are on a standoff. Oh, he blocked it. Okay. And you know what? Converted the follow-up because he was worried about the roll from Ryazo. Obviously, they made it so that you can roll through that much easier for the punish.
Dang.
Oh, 5 seconds. What?
That was the greatest bait. He just ran up and did nothing and went, I'm going to let my little minion do the work. React to this, good player. Guides. Can't DP puppets.
Oh, man, okay. Ryazo there with a couple of, several really hard reads in this match here, and all working out for him. Now here we go, back into the corner. Here we go, charge fireball. And get another one for the easy into the, the empty throw. Empty command throw into goblin form. Uh-oh.
Backdash and uses the puppet to punish, not trying to mess around with the timing. Exquisite Enchantress
And remember,
play.
since this is lower semifinals, we're back to only 2 out of 3, which means this is it right here. If Ryazo wins this one, Evil Kevin is out, and Evil will have been eliminated.
Get pushed to the corner here.
I love seeing this high-level Enchantress. It's so cool.
Yeah. It's hard to hate watching puppet characters being played at high level. It is really hard to hate.
Zato exists.
To watch? I mean, playing against Zato, I was careful.
Okay,
with my
fair,
words.
fair,
Yeah.
fair. Okay, fair.
Watching.
Watch is fun because I know a lot of people don't particularly enjoy watching. I mean, playing against Carl as well, right? So,
Yeah, I had my
man.
fair share. I played Chaos in Eunice.
Ooh,
Yeah,
ooh,
people hate it.
okay, you played Chaos, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
I just play all the simple weapon characters. I think. Got myself a Inquisitor in this game. Oh, there it is. Full screen Yoga Flame. And Ryazo is going to take it over Evil Kevin 2-0 with the Enchantress. I think production in the next match, you just put a giant question mark where Ryazo's side is and just leave it. I mean, like, we should just, like, MS Paint a question mark into that slot and just have it be like that. So...
I agree. I agree. Production has been working real hard out here, and
like this is actually a legit strategy too, because Enchantress is a little bit hard to play. Not as common of a character as that's used, and you actually see Kevin in the chat saying, "I don't know the matchup." This is actually like a legit strategy, right? This is like my entire Super Turbo career. You know, when I played Cammy, because she was really bad in Super Turbo, nobody used her. I got away with so much junk using that character just based off of lack of character knowledge, and so there is something to be said about having it be part of your strategy to use lesser known characters.
yeah, I mean, a matchup's only bad if your opponent knows how to play it. So even if you've got a bad character, if they don't have to play against the bad character, the character's good. Whether you want to call it a gimmick or unfamiliarity, that's not on the person playing that character, it's on your opponent. So yeah, I mean,
that's right. Low tier heroes. That is what we are. That is our name for sure. Low tier heroes.
And it's paying off. You're in the money. Ryazo's in the money for playing low
right.
tier.
At least $100 for Ryazo now. Ryazo confidently says, well, it's over for me, boys, going into this next match. I believe in Ryazo here. Let's go. Let's go.
You can do it. You can do it.
Man.
I don't know who with. Neither does chat probably. I don't know if you know who you're going to do it with. We're going to find out in a minute. If it's going to be
he's just
either.
waiting. It's like I said, he's waiting to see what production puts up as a picture, and then he'll decide which character to go with, just to keep production wrong for 100% at this point.
I hope Raz is going through like archives of the play and going, how many times did they play against Enchantress and how many times did they play against Crusader? who should I pick? That's the way forward. Especially when there's money on the line.
All right, what does production go with? They went with the Crusader again. Okay, let's see what happens here.
Is it going to be
each other on the winner side, didn't they? Tensu. Yeah, they played each other in winner side. They did. So it was already Enchantress versus Swiftmaster.
Yes.
That's right. Tensu was the one that sent Ryazo to losers bracket. So I think production actually picked Crusader on purpose because they knew he was going to pick Enchantress. So they can do the flip. Like, no, he wasn't tricking us. We knew every time who he was going to pick. So we purposely put the other picture up there.
It's like we're in another timeline where it's not Ryazo bamboozling production. Bamboozling is actually forcing Ryazo to pick the other character that's not on the screen.
Exactly.
They're actually the puppets. Ryazo's the puppet, and production's the puppet master.
Well, it definitely is going to be that Enchantress. You see, interesting enough, Ryazo just walks back right. Wait a minute. Hang on a second. Is this real match here? Because Ryazo was just walking backwards and then forward just a little bit. It was a very weird start. Okay, but obviously it's Swiftmaster, so Ryazo hasn't had a chance to stand up again. There it is. Okay, there we go.
Right,
I wasn't sure at first.
Oh, that actually traded. That's pretty cool, actually. Okay. Man, it feels like Enchantress's role is better than everyone else's. I'm pretty sure it's still the same number-wise, but it's just because hers is the teleport. It feels like it's instant.
Right, it looks crazier. It's more visually hard to tell what's happening. Oh, and after that, Ryazo's still able to get the win here after that little bit of a rough start there. Nicely done.
Get to the other side. Yeah, OTG with the fireball. You gonna get loops? No? Oh, no, had no magic.
Finally gets that guard cancel out there, but again, you see when you go into exhaustion, you don't see it. Basically, your meter goes negative however much you go over, and it's slowly building back up till it gets to 0 again, but you can't really see visually how farther past into the negative that your MP actually is.
And I think it's cool that Ryazo is showing a very different side to Enchantress, because we saw in the match against the Vanguard where they were playing kind of a zony type of style, right? They're letting the puppet do all the work while the Enchantress stood full screen. But when you're going up against Swiftmaster that wants to get in, the puppet's basically inside Enchantress' pockets at all points.
Good start once again from Tensu, but we saw what happened in the first round of the last game here. So let's see if Ryazo can do the same thing again. Try to go up 2-0. Again, this is a 3 out of 5 over here. Ryazo with a good start on that first one. This is the run back. Tensu 1, 2, 3. The 2 out of 3 last time. Looks like it's going to be able to take this round here. Is obviously going to get the big tornado, which just hits so many. Oh no! She's still alive. Not like this. Not like this, C4. Okay.
Wow. Buttons on hit again. I'm telling you, Tensu is a veteran. That is years of muscle memory and intuition for getting, because normally you just want to hold down back when you're getting hit. So it's really hard to beat that. Not hard to beat the guard cancel though. Ryazo going in.
Yeah, it's the interesting thing is that all the guard cancels between all the characters. Oh, the command throw. But yeah, all the guard cancels hit at different angles too, so you gotta know which character you're fighting against if you're trying to bait that out. Obviously, Vanguard's hits above his head really well, but can't hit, people crouching nearby him. Inquisitor hits really well above her head, etc., etc.
Don't want to alarm you, James, but this is that was from a DP, by the way. You got that damage from a DP.
Oh, God, it's right, yeah. He can extend it now, right?
Yep.
Oh!
That was slick. That was slick.
The super here, just gonna finish it off. Nice and calmly there. Okay. So Tensu tying it up 1-1. There we go.
I like it. I like it. And now this is the moment that can kind of dictate the rest of the game. Do you rely on hindsight of going, oh, I shouldn't have DP'd, that's why I lost, now I'm never gonna DP again? Or do you go, you're not gonna bait me next time, there's no way, you don't think I'm that crazy, do you?
I'm definitely more of the secondary one. I will wake up DP 3 times in a row even if I lose, just because I know that you're gonna stop blocking eventually. Yep. Oh my god! Oh, wow. Just the claws, the swipes. I mean, look, we've got some cocaine bear action over here, right? So look at this. Claw swipes coming at you all day.
Right, one's on, two's on, it's the third one.
Nope, just goes for the setup right there and tried to bait out the reversal again. You saw that's what the up back dash through the little fire, the wind ball, I should say, chilling over there. Gonna get the super. But again, like I said, it's actually really easy to miss that one. It's one of the hardest ones to juggle properly with. But still, even after the miss, gets the throw. And so Tensu now with the official lead here, 1 game in 1 round.
Starting off with the mid-screen loops. Should be able to get the corner by the end of this combo, I believe. There he goes. And one more zonk after this. Oh no! Takes a little bit above the 2B. Never mind though, Swiftmaster straight back into the action.
See, you are unfamiliar with that because that's what we call the American reset right there. See, since you're in the UK, your players are probably, smart and just do their combos. But, here in America, we drop things and turn them into mix-ups because we've got that strategy.
The elusive tech that we do not know about on our side of the pond. We always hit our combos. That is one of our greatest weaknesses.
Ryazo maybe considering a character switch, thinking about it. Nope, just gonna go right back in with the Enchantress. Oh, well, no, wait, I'm sorry. No, that was right. That was Ryazo waiting. Okay. All right.
Locked in, 2-1 up. Tensu, Ryazo showing some life as they didn't much have that in the previous encounter with Tensu, but right now has the pressure on. Really low on magic though.
Gets out of there, and now the pressure all on Tensu's side. The back throw to get into the corner. Very smart. Now staying up in the air, trying. And keep in mind, too, one of the crazy things is if you're just new watching this game has no air blocking, by the way. Which almost looks unfathomable. Like, how does this game not have air blocking?
It's crazy because it does make it feel like a very grounded, quote-unquote, anime game, right? Because
Dude,
of the susceptibility of getting hit.
Dude, oh, look at that, baited out the DP. Has the super available as well. Here we go, charge shot, going into the... Doesn't even need the super at all. Finishes it without it, but I will be honest with you, when I first played this game, I kept trying to air block, and I just died. It took me a long time to realize I couldn't air block. Or to remember that I couldn't air block, I should say.
It's crazy because I'm sure everyone was the same, and it's like, oh, but it's an anime game. Surely you can air block. So it's like a habit that you never learn. You just assumed was there.
Oh, there it is again. Baits out the guard cancel by dashing in and then immediately going straight up into the sky. That was disgusting. Tensu still working on a perfect here. Needs one more hit. Oh, okay. Moral victory, or is this the start of something?
You said one more hit. For who, though? For who, James? Who needs one more hit? Oh, he's got converted. Okay, guard cancel, get off me.
Ooh, pressing buttons.
James, did you... So I've been keeping count. There's 8 times he did vacuum into throw, and it worked every time. And the one time Ryazo was ready for it, he blocked the jab. How?
That's called in your head right there, dude. That is the zombie mix-up in your head. Oh, man. Right. Oh, no. Got him with the command throw. Back to goblin mode here.
Run up throw this time, and it was a back one. There we go. Reacting to the vacuum. Hopefully... Oh, my gosh, yeah. Zonk. Green clear.
Gets shot from a full screen and he gets to convert that whole combo. If he doesn't drop the super, that'll do it right here. So as long as he can get the super juggle, got it. There it is.
Bated breath. Hit. When he needed it, Tensu. It was looking like Ryazo's set because they won the first round, but yeah, the Zonk punch coming in clutch. Completely devastating the environment. Everything on the screen just disappeared, and it gets a confirm. And that got nerfed. That used to be better. That used to be, I think it was +3 on block before. It was absurd move. Yeah.
But nicely done, Ryazo there. I mean, the run back again. You know, going in there thinking that it was gonna be almost impossible to win match there, but took that game number 1, got all the Enchantress players out there to believe. So well done. And not only that, but also $100 to the pocket of Ryazo right there. So not bad for a fun day's work. So there you go.
Yep, we're gonna be able to see where their run in the tournament ended. Like chat saying, it was a good run. Mixed your opponent, you mixed us, you mixed production. Doing it with 2 characters, good variety as well. Totally polar opposites, Crusader and Enchantress. But that is Tensu getting his run back against Dysphoria. Let's see if they took any, I don't know, mental notes of what they could do better in this set, because they're going to have to pull out all the stops because they have to reset the bracket. So they have to beat him 3.
That's right.
They have to beat him in the best of 5 twice.
Oh, man. And remember, the first time they met up was a 3-0 in Dysphoria's favor, but, you know, We'll see what look, I have seen some crazy 6-0 losers bracket runs before in the past, so let's not count Tensu out here. But Dysphoria, like you said, a lot of people coming in here into the chat saying that Dysphoria was probably the favorite to take this, and so Dysphoria definitely living up to that reputation. Let's see what happens here. This is grand finals here. Winner with $200 into their pocket. Let's see if Tensu can figure anything out here.
Yeah. Just remember, Tensu, all great stories started with an unsurmountable challenge ahead of them. So that's the stories we all remember. You lost 3-0, then you reset the bracket. It's happened before. It's definitely happened before.
Oh, yeah.
So,
because I mean, the funny thing is, like, you know, it depends, of course, on the person and on the event. But sometimes, you know, you win 3-0, you're in grand finals, and then the other person gets the run back, and then they win the first game, and you're like, it's okay, I've got more games. And then you lose another one, and you're like, oh God, I can't let this happen. You lose the third game, and it resets, and all of a sudden that comfortable cushion there is all gone. Like they just took your security blanket and threw it into the fire, you know, the compost right there, and it starts getting nervous there. Not saying that Dysphoria is gonna suffer from that, but you know, we've seen it happen before.
Yeah. What's the saying? It's heavy who wears the crown.
Ah, yes.
I think it's that, and you could. The heavy is the pressure there because you're in a position where you should win when you've got. Oh, I only have to win one set. They've got to win two. Once that starts slipping out your hand, you feel the pressure more than the person trying to make the comeback.
Yep. And
definitely happens.
Again, tournaments, I mean, I know a lot of people, when they don't enter a lot of tournaments and they sit there and watch, you know, they don't realize the kind of mental stress a tournament puts on you, man. Like, when you, for some reason, you're playing your ranked match, you're nervous, you're playing your, you know, whatever, online Discord friends, and you're kind of nervous. Then you go play in a tournament and you're just like shaking. Like, your hands are shaking. There's just something about it. And you know, while that sounds terrifying, and, you know, we've been trying to get you guys to come and compete in these tournaments, I'm not trying to scare you off, because honestly, it feels so alive when you do that. And then when you win a match like that, like, I still remember, I run these beginner tournaments, and I still remember seeing someone land like some sick combo. And I said on chat, like, I was on commentary, I was like, 100% he popped off in his home. Like, 100%. Yeah. And he actually came to the chat and he was like, I definitely popped off.
Man.
That euphoric feeling is so wonderful and addicting, honestly.
Good times when you can when it's not about winning, it's just about improving. So when you hit something that you've labbed for like 10 hours and you finally hit it on a moving opponent, a real person, that alone can be the victory from the set, not the W.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Grand finals. Dysphoria going up against Tensu. Again, Dysphoria on the winner's side. Tensu needs to win 2 sets. Dysphoria won on the winner's finals 3-0. So let's see if Tensu can make an adjustment there. There it is, that vacuum in the throw that he's like right 90% of the times on.
If he can get anything off of that momentum-wise next time, or doesn't get to block in time. Yeah, grenades, keeping it safe. Look at the gray. Please don't get hit. Tensu, please.
It's just building up. Okay, he finally got the hit here. Gonna be able to build some of that life back, especially during that throw as well. But finally got hit by the laser. All that gray health is gone. And the roll gets just sniped by that 2. Is it 2 AA or is it just, it's 5 AA? Either one of those, dude. Ugh.
Yeah, 5 AA. 2 AA is a bit faster, but yeah, the active one is just 5 AA, and it just lets rip at your feet.
Right, you see Tensu trying to find his way in there very carefully, but then just blocking the projectile. Has got the wind ball out there, so you can see the kind of threat that it possesses. It can be turned into a weapon or used for movement at any given nose. Watch out for the grenade! Oh my god.
Fighting back with wind, the power of elements versus what's it, nature versus man-made. Oh, slides in, gets the low. Oh, that was such a good roll, because I think that's the first time Dysphoria has done that in the whole tournament, going for that setup. So good recognition there from Tensu.
but Tensu unfortunately stuck full screen again. Look at this missile, giant fireball, gunshots, grenade. There's the rain again. Oh, flamethrower, laser, missile, giant fireball, grenade, gunshot. Oh man.
Yo, I would have paid good money to hear James Chen just do play-by-play of launch pressure. That one with commands.
But here we go. Look at this. If he can get the combo into the super, he should be able to take this. There it is. Tensu with the round despite blocking all that. But like I said, it's about that mental fortitude. If you have the patience, you have the ability to just weather that storm, you can come through on the success, on the side of success right there.
And that is the first drain to build your castle. The one round, put the pressure on Dysphoria. Good start so far. We're gonna get some zong punches, and then do you bait the DP or just go for pressure? Let's see. Can't react.
The stagger, yeah, the stagger opened him up. Dysphoria just tried to hit a button right there. So Tensu in a good spot to take his first game against Dysphoria all tournament long. But again, we've seen this situation before. Yeah, he's not going to try to put her into Awakening. Oh no, the Awakening is activated, and here we go. Start blocking, but now, like you said, it's scary because of all the gray health that gets. Look at the. Oh my God, there was so much gray health. You might be dead.
Red. Round red, James. Oh no, goes for maybe DP super didn't kill, but gets a guard cancel, rolls through, probably anticipating the button, vacuum, presses buttons that time, and he's gonna take this as long as he doesn't drop a combo. Please don't let me commentate, curse you. I'm so sorry, Tensu. I'll shut up right now. I promise.
I know. Okay, you're safe, C4. You're safe. Because as soon as you said gonna take, I was like, no, don't do it, C4.
Shut up.
Not
C4,
like this.
Hide your power.
Oh man. Okay. See, you acknowledged it in time. You acknowledged it in time. See, there you go. You're safe for now. Oh, look at that! Just stand C into stand S into the vacuum right away.
That's crazy.
Oh no, drops the combo.
Yeah.
And then just gets shot in the legs, but it's okay. It wasn't a combo.
Thank goodness. Oh yeah, that's happened so many times. This time getting the confirm.
That's so gross. That's so gross. Oh.
Happening
It's
again.
basically a combo breaker once you throw that grenade out there, I swear.
100%.
Guard cancel. Guard cancel.
Wow. Woke up actually with violence. This is flamethrower. And
Nice!
I think that's the only time Tensu can do that, because when she goes for the, I think it's 6MS, the big cannon one, it basically takes away all of the tornadoes around his belt. But all the other projectiles don't clear them out, I believe. 99% sure.
Okay. And that was beautiful usage right there. Went right through the laser with that Gucci belt. And there we go. Look at that. Got the tornado out in time. Here we go. Oh no, drops the combo unfortunately, but still has the pressure. Finally a tech in that situation. That's like the first one we've seen, I think. But this is gonna set up the nuke. You can see the nuke just takes up so much MP though, so Dysphoria now out of MP, but it looks like it is not a problem at all.
Blocking it out again, the gray health. Oh my gosh, how did he get that zonk out?
Side switch?
There you go.
There it is right there. Oh, baited again! And it was still in time for the punish? Wow, Tensu is feeling it now. 2-0 over Dysphoria. We talked about the nerves.
That crown is heavy. That throne has a lot of pressure on it. I'm telling you, when you think everyone thinks when they're in this position, it's like, how can I lose? I can only lose by my own accord. I can only throw. I've got so many games ahead. But that can play on your mind and go, well, you know, I can take some risks, but those risks add up real quick. And I think Dysphoria's clocked on and gone, okay, we're not even going to get a reset. I'm going back to plan A. I'm playing like it's one round and winner goes home.
But look at that, the Zonk catching full screen. It's always nice. You can get the full conversion off of that thanks to the wall bounce and just Swiftmaster's speed and being able to vacuum in the opponent from that wind ball like this. Drops the combo again, but still has the pressure going. Oh no, stood up, got caught low, but then the wind ball actually messed up the combo. This is a huge opportunity for Dysphoria if Dysphoria can get anything started, but no, got clipped.
I think that's counter hit only confirmed off of the wind. That's so sick. They're gonna win. Potentially. I didn't curse it, see? I caught myself again. There was no full stop. There was no full stop. Damn.
I mean, it's so dangerous once Swiftmaster gets his wind condition, right? I mean, honestly, it's deadly.
Actual professional. James is so good at this stuff. So good. I'm learning. Right. Ran up with the belt. Oh, and again, another drop from Tensu. Maybe the pressure's twofold and hitting both players.
Oh, okay. Man, and here we go. Just getting shot now. A lot of damage here. Dysphoria has an opportunity here to try to stave off this reset for just a little bit longer. There it is. If Dysphoria can win this one, remember Dysphoria won the first set 3-0. If Dysphoria can just do that again, he takes the set right now.
Oh, and try to walk away from the low. This game not having proximity block, so yeah. Trying to walk away from a really forward moving low is extremely hard. I thought it was going to come off of that straight grenade. I was going to lose my mind.
Oh, I love it. The guard cancel right there. Actually, that was just a reversal, I think. But, you know, just to keep the pressure going in the corner. And look at this, Dysphoria close to chipping it out. I mean, can't chip, but still, Tensu got hit in the middle of that. So Dysphoria indeed finally takes a game here. And that has got to lift a lot of that weight off of Dysphoria's shoulders here. Gotta feel good about himself here. Get that win, and let's see if he can get 2 more.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be the name of the game for him. Nice jump attack, and yeah, again, that projectile's way too slow on the mobility, so trying to roll past it is extremely hard. It's the DP though. DP, everyone knows stands for don't press, but Dysphoria is still going to press the full screen.
There it is again. You see that roll timing, but like you said, it's just so slow.
It's so hard. I think maybe Enchantress can do a better job, but roll into DP gets the hit. This is a 2
side switch. Yeah, now, yeah, basically, if he can get as much damage off of this combo as possible, yeah, it's 1 combo now. 1 combo could take this because he's also in Awakening. So he has the ability 1 touch into, tries to bait out the DP. The throw definitely can kill now.
Guard
cancel, guard cancel.
Oh my gosh, look at the gray. Look at the gray.
For his life, blocking for his life. Yeah, you can't die by chip. So you know what? You basically have no health. Just block everything. Block everything but the grenade!
I felt that exploding.
Where's Steve Rogers when you need him, man? Where's Steve Rogers to jump on that grenade, dude? Oh. Oh.
I don't feel so good, jeez. Tony, I don't feel so good.
Oh. Yeah.
Alright, Tensu, you need to get that good feeling back. He was 2 up at the start of this set. Don't let Dysphoria take it away from you. Or jump laser beam. Gets to block the nuke though. Just gets pushed to the corner.
The funny thing is, you know, we talked about those nerves that you can get, you know, heavy is the crown, whatever that saying was. But yeah, like if you've made that 2-0 and you're about in 1 round and you're about to reset and then the opponent starts to come back, all of a sudden it's on you, right? Now all of a sudden you get nervous and Dysphoria is gonna take it to 2-2. So, oh my goodness.
It's such a shame because Tensu's reacting to the grenade, especially that time, but they jumped. You can't air block in this game. So they reacted to the grenade, but just picked the wrong option.
Oh, man. Okay, here we go. It's either reset game or tournament game here. in grand finals. Oh, what a reversal. And now has the corner position because of it as well. This is great for Dysphoria now. Oh, here comes the nuke. No!
That is a shame. But do they survive this? DP? Oh no, just set it up.
Just set up. Oh. I mean, Dysphoria was like, I see you with my ICBM. Just gonna come down there and shoot you.
Okay, they blocked the grenade this time, but it might be too little too late. Dysphoria going in, gets the slide, sends out the nuke, goes for the throw.
What happened? Dysphoria just rested the momentum so much, and now it looks like Tensu can't do anything again. There we go, guard cancel, got it. Got the hit, fake the throw. Okay, this is huge now. This is the opportunity for Tensu. Gonna go for the side switch here. Zonk sets up the, baits it out again.
Oh, they can't kill. Oh, they're not in awakening. Okay, one more touch after this.
Yeah, one more touch for either player, really. Here we go. Got the guard cancel. And here we go, back to the screen. Gets, watch out for the grenade! Use the DP to avoid the grenade. Didn't punish the throw in time!
He's evolving, James is evolving. No,
No, he got caught low! He got caught low! Is that a super? Oh! Dysphoria with the clutch. Gonna be able to finish it with the super and take the tournament after that beautiful grenade avoidance from Tensu. It was all for naught. Dysphoria is the inaugural DNF Duel PlayStation Fight Nights champion, taking home the $200. Congratulations in a slobber knocker of a grand final set here. Amazing, amazing stuff.
Couldn't have said it better. That was it, right? It was such a sick ending, right? Just the adaptation right at the end from Tensu. It's like if there was one more game, because through the set, obviously you got the big boost from going 2-0 up, right? And then I think the pressure shifted, the whole crown being heavy, whatever it means, whatever the saying is, chat can find out for us. But I feel the crown went to Tensu because it's like, oh, I'm winning, I'm going in.
Yep.
But then that grenade, every time that grenade became a factor, Tensu tried something, and you could see his brain working overtime to be like, if I can get around this grenade, I can get out. He found a moment, but just couldn't confirm it into a kill because they went in awakening.
Dude, I mean, I heard it too. As soon as he did that DP and the invincibility went through the grenade, I heard the clapping from you. I heard the applause because that was galaxy brain moment right there. But unfortunately, Dysphoria was able to clutch it out. So let's see the path that Dysphoria took here. I think Dysphoria only lost one game, to Uncrowned Jax, like you mentioned earlier. And then Tensu coming back with that 2-0 start in grand finals. But unfortunately, Dysphoria then just found his rhythm, able to win it 3-2, and is indeed the Fight Nights champion for DNF Duel.
Well played by all the players. We've got such a good showcase of the game, I feel. Character representation, player skill, washes, and not so washy games, right? And even nearly got a comeback story with Tensu. And people cheering for the character that everyone used to hate. This is just a roller coaster of a tournament. It's sick. I wish there was more DNF tournaments.
Dude, well, the producer actually put in the chat, heavy lies the head that wears the crown. So there you go. The producers definitely helping us out over here, but you just hinted at it right there. We've got good news for everybody here. Check out compete.playstation.com because DNF Duel is not done. Obviously, a new season starts next week. So compete.playstation.com. But the good news we have is that DNF is going to have a bi-weekly circuit here on PlayStation Fight Nights. So all of you DNF Duel fans out here, we said buy the game, right? Look, you guys have a perfect opportunity to come in here, play, as Adil says in the chat, again, on sale right now, so go check it out. But again, now is the time to play some DNF Duel because you guys can play in the bi-weekly tournaments here on compete.playstation.com. It is a great time to be a DNF Duel fan.
100%. Couldn't put it better myself. Jump in, get involved. The game's going to be changing, so you could be the new Dysphoria. That would be sick. And the best way to do that, get those games, keep up to date, is by going to the Discord. As production swiftly puts that on screen for you guys, scan that code and join the PlayStation Tournament Community Discord to find out regular updates on esports events. We all want that esports stuff, right? Hungry for it. Give me more. Give me more.
Absolutely. So again, remember, as we saw, right, $500 in prizes every tournament here. So DNF Duel bi-weekly tournaments, and joining this Discord, you'll be able to get all the announcements over there, and you'll also be able to find all of these players that you saw on stream, all the people who are competing in the tournament even before the top 8. Make friends with them, go get some games in, some casuals with them, set up some matches. Again, Discord is a wonderful place to find friends and rivals, honestly, because the rivals are important, and a lot of times the best rivals become your best friends, honestly. Like, it's such a cool dynamic to have with somebody out there.
For sure. Speaking of rivals and finding them, if you're into Street Fighter, this is also the place to be. PlayStation Cup. Register now. Go to the Discord. I think you can find information there for it as well.
Yeah, and there's going to be 4 different regions for this. I don't have the region details, but you can see the link down there. I think they're going to put it into the chat for you guys because that is kind of a long link down there. So hopefully they find it for you guys. Paste it into the chat. But again, there's going to be 4 different regional qualifiers on all the way through July, on the 8th, the 9th, the 15th, and the 16th. The first place gets $200, as we mentioned before, but they also get a bunch of fighter coins as well, and they get invited to the regional finals as well. And at the regional finals, which will take place on the 29th, its first place gets $500 by themselves, as well as a big old Evo merchandise bundle. Second place gets the bundle as well, but also $300. So if you are one of the thousands and thousands of players who have, taken the journey here, especially going to Evo, because obviously clearly there's way more than just, a few thousand players playing, but Street Fighter has already broken the record at Evo for the number of players in there, so we know for sure at least has 6,000 entrants in that game or somewhere around there. So if you want to get a part of that and just kind of, okay, hi Nathan. If you want to get part of that and join that, it's still not too late to register for Evo as well.
Yep, get in there before Nathan does. That's why Nathan came back. Came for the details to get into that esports.
Nathan's like, oh, Street Fighter 6? I got it. I'm in there.
I'm in there. Cammy main.
Yeah, exactly.
That is it. I was about to say. I want to say thank you, James, for carrying me on comms. Chat, for dealing with my English accent.
Dude, you know us Americans how much we love English accents, right? I have always joked, when you watch the Game Awards, every trailer has an English accent in it at some point in time.
That is
every
true.
single trailer. We love our English accents. You're either royalty or the evil, sophisticated bad guy, or it's something like that, right? So
I like the latter. I do like the latter.
Oh man! But again, yes, thank you guys for tuning in for some PlayStation Fight Nights. Hope you guys enjoyed the DNF Duel. Again, so much more DNF Duel to come. This game is a fantastic game, and again, with the Season 2 dropping very soon, it's going to become a very new game as well. So for me, that's it here. Any last thoughts here from you, C4?
I'm probably going to try it now with my Ranger. I'm gonna have to move to America, but I'll get it done, or I'll just go find a Ranger in America to enter. So I want to see some I want to see some full screen zoning.
Okay.
Yeah, just not enough.
We're basically gonna see this random player next time named D5, you know, with the VPNing into like Louisiana or something like that, right? So, okay, sorry, didn't mean to.
Yeah, don't expose me. Don't expose me. You can tell by the play anyway, because it'll be only neutral, because that's what me, as a well-known Leo
All
player.
right, enough. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Please take care again. Check out the PlayStation YouTube as well. Check out compete.playstation.com, their Discord. And we will see you guys next time here on PlayStation Fight Nights. Take care.
PlayStation